Test, test, test. Well, hello there, and welcome to my channel. If you click on this video, it's probably because you saw the title, and yes indeed, we'll be doing some caviar tasting in this video because it's 2021 and even though no one asked me out to celebrate together, I thought it'd be nice, you know, just to spoil myself and treat myself a little bit. And because, you know, ultimately, if no one's there to have your back, you should have your own back. And I remember I saw a TED Talk not too long ago that the person that you should be married ultimately should be yourself, which really is the foundation to anything, basically, just to love yourself. But anyway, I'm not here to give you like all the motivational crap because frankly speaking, I'm still working on that as well. Also, before this video officially start, I would like to just plug myself. Do follow my Instagram because I post semi-decent like bikini photos or like me skating or like fun stuff that happens daily on my Instagram story. So go ahead and give it a follow. Let's do some tasting then. Because the lens I'm using, it's a set lens. You cannot see, but pretty much I have a tray placed on my bed, and I just lock my cat on the balcony so he doesn't like mess around while I do the filming. Every fish will have fish roe, but only the fish roe from sturgeon, this specific type of fish, can be called caviar. So for example, if it's fish roe from salmon, then it can only be called, you know, salmon roe. It cannot be called caviar. That's why, you know, caviar is considered like one of the most luxury ingredients in the world because it is very rare, and usually it takes about 7 years to 20 years. The longer it takes for the fish to, you know, to grow, to be raised, the more expensive the caviar will be. So the one I'm having right now is kind of like entry level. It's 7 years. I believe the origin of the fish is still from Russia, but it's raised in Hangzhou, the Thousand Island Lake in China, which is a beautiful place. I've been there once. I'm having this caviar from Kaluga Queen, which is a very reputable caviar supplier in China. They're in very good relationships with a lot of Michelin star restaurant, and they're like also partnered with like the German airline company. It's on the introduction of their leaflet. I've known this caviar brand for a while. Also, I learned actually later that the best alcohol to pair with caviar is actually either vodka from Russia, or you want to get champagne, and usually you want the sweetness to be like really low. Usually you want to get something like brut, extra brut, or brut natural, which is like having none sugar in that. And usually the less sugar it has in the champagne, the more expensive it will be. I don't know why, but it's just the way it is. So similar to caviar here, only, you know, champagne produced in Champagne, France can be called champagne. So if it's from Italy, then it's Prosecco, and if it's Spain, like the one I'm having right now, it's called Cava. But for whatever reason, champagne is usually a triple price of, you know, either Prosecco or Cava. But since I'm only enjoying by myself, so I'm like, and this one's semi-secco, so ideally it's not really good to pair with caviar, but it is what it is, you know. And also, you know what, yesterday I just came to the realization that I don't like alcohol, and all this entire time I've been trying to force myself to like alcohol, like to fit in a certain society norm, but like yesterday I was like, this is crap. Like, I hate the taste of alcohol, like it makes me sick. But why do we put it here? Because it's mainly for the presentation. I think it's nice. I mean, I do like the shape of champagne glass, so deal with it. Wow, it's still very gassy. So yeah, I'm gonna pour. I'm gonna do it slow because yesterday I got bubbles all over the place. It's very gassy. If I can finish this glass, to be honest, I'm a very light drinker. Usually the classic utensil you'll be using is something like this, the mother of pearl. You want to try to avoid using any like metal utensil, because caviar will actually absorb the metal taste, and then you will have this funny taste from the caviar, which is not the last thing you want to do. So you can either do with the spoon like made from like mother of pearl, or something like glass or wood, that would work as well. But the most classic one is of course the mother of pearl. Reason why you want to have alcohol pairing is because you want to cleanse your palate, because caviar is something that's very rich, and for people who's never tried it before, they might even think like it tastes like too fishy. But caviar is something that you do want to give it a couple of tries before your palate actually develop the type of sense to fully like to comprehend the taste. To actually, it is known that the more you try caviar, the more the better you will taste, basically. So I got this one. This is 10 gram, and usually the smaller the tin is, the shorter the shelf life is as well. So for this small tin, the shelf life is about 15 days. And that's starting from the day they ship to me. So that's not like starting from the day that I actually open the tin. So you do want to like eat them like as soon as possible. You don't want to, you know, just throw it in the corner of the fridge for too long. Of course, you always want to keep them like very cold. Usually you place them right next to the very inside of the fridge, because it's like the coldest part. If you've never tried it before, even though you can pair it with like a lot of food, I still recommend like the first cup of spoon, you do it with just raw, just eat it raw, like don't pair it with anything. So you want to place some on the back of your hand and let your body temperature to heat up caviar just a little bit, to not heat it up, but like to make it a little bit warmer. You do not chill. Like the last thing you want to do with caviar is that you never chill. You want to push them to the roof of your mouth, and then you want to just like swirl it around in your mouth, like kind of like how you would taste like a really nice wine, right? So let's do that. It's salty, it's very creamy, it's very rich, it's buttery. And I already finished like my first tin, so this is my second tin. And I do feel like I'm tasting something like a little bit more complex than I taste the caviar for the first time. I mean, even before, like I've tried caviar before on some occasions. I've been to like fine dining restaurants, but this is my first time like purchasing caviar as an individual. By the way, because I have some background in the F&B industry, I do think as a restaurant, like I think it's much better to purchase, you know, caviar and spoil yourself at home than, you know, from a restaurant. Here's why. Because it's the same quantity, and caviar is something, it's luxury ingredient that's gonna taste amazing like no matter what. In my humble opinion, I think if a fancy restaurant uses ingredients like caviar or truffle, it's just lazy. I mean, they taste good. Whatever, you know, plain piece of like bread or cracker, it's just gonna taste amazing. Like, why do I have to go to a restaurant to eat something that I could have ate at home with like 1/3 the price? And when I go to a restaurant, I don't know about you, but I want to eat something that's, you know, avant-garde, that's a bit more, you know, out of ordinary, not something I can just cook in the comfort of my own home, right? So that's just me. You do you. We're gonna go ahead and do another portion. So with caviar, you always want to eat them like little by little. You don't want to just go crazy, you know, you want to savor the flavor, and each time the flavor is supposed to be like intensified. Okay. If you do like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. it definitely encouraged me to make more content. By the way, I wanted to say like a big thank you to my extra 50 subscribers. I don't know why, but YouTube stopped sending me push notifications whenever I get a new subscriber. But the other day I logged into my YouTube, like my own YouTube channel, and I thought that, so earlier this year I started with like around 100 if I didn't remember it wrong, but now I have like 150, which is still a little, you know, sad number. But I think these extra 50 people made me realize, you know, there are people out there who want to watch my content, and all I have to do is just to you know, maximize my audience by like times these 150 subscribers by 10, by 100, by 1,000. So it is my responsibility to create like more fun content to reach, you know, all the potential audience out there. And I hope you're having a good start of 2021. I know 2020 has been like a hell of a year, but I do hope like you have like new sets of goals. I know I do, and I hope like there are lots of like fun and exciting things waiting for you in 2021. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Say bye to everyone. Say bye, Esther. Bye! See you in the next one. I still want to finish this glass of coffee for me, because I don't think I'm such a light drinker. I don't think, no? Okay, you don't like Peter, please don't come for me.